Welcome to ADHDID, a channel dedicated to autism, ADHD and dissociative identity disorder. Alex and I are having a little together play date, and I need to cook her dinner, and she wanted to have pizza and some kind of pudding, and I was going to use my stewed apples with almonds and raisins and cinnamon, but she says she doesn't like almonds and raisins, so I'm going to save that for breakfast, and I'm going to make her stewed apples, and I'm going to turn them into pastry parcels because she likes apple strudel, but I don't like to buy apple strudel because she'll eat the whole lot because she's 4. So this is my quick way of making it at home, and I had to use these apples off anyway, so yeah. I'm not particularly particular about doing this. She might come out and talk while we're doing stuff, I don't know. We will see. You can save these and eat them if you want to. Alex and I don't often do play dates. We do movie time together, but it's been a very stressful week, and I'm hoping some of the other littles will want to come out and have pizza. Pizza's not really something that I eat on a regular basis. I have to watch my diet a lot with my fibromyalgia. And also I'm vegan, so vegan pizza is expensive. I am technically disabled, so I don't work anymore, and so I try and find ways to do things with my littles on a budget so they still get to do them. I'm very conscious that we didn't really have much of, we didn't really have much of a childhood, so I'm trying to make up for that a little bit now. If you're dissociated like me, maybe have somebody else cut up your apples for you. But I'm home alone tonight because my husband has gone out to a gig. I'm going to cook these in my Instant Pot because if I dissociate tonight, then it'll turn itself off. Well, it keeps it warm actually, but I don't have to worry about it overcooking. My little is absolutely obsessed with food. I don't know if your guys' littles is like that, but she just loves food, which is kind of ironic because I hate it. So yes, I guess that's why I need her, because I wouldn't eat if she wasn't there. So this is what I've got in my Instant Pot, just a few apples. Normally I do a massive batch all at once, but I hadn't planned on this. And I'm going to chuck in a little bit of cinnamon. That's probably a bit too much, but never mind. Can't take it out now. Right, so I am going to let that cook in while I make her pizza. Stewed apples literally take 2 minutes of cooking time. But the difficulty with the pressure cooker is that, well, not the difficulty, but the cooking time is mostly that coming up to pressure. So that'll probably take about 20 minutes to cook, which gives me time to prep the pizza. If you really wanted to make it a lot easier, you could use the Bramley apple sauce that comes in a jar. I'm trying to give my body cellular rest at the moment, so I'm trying not to eat anything, like, well, not to eat. I'm trying to limit the amount of things I eat that have got additives in them, so that's why I'm trying to cook stuff from scratch. If you struggle with like your eye stinging when you cut an onions, wash it in cold water before you start, because it takes some of that stinginess away, and then put a teaspoon upside down in your mouth. I'm not going to do that because I'm talking to you, but yeah, that really helps. I'm not going to use all of this onion, so I'm going to put the rest in the fridge. If I had thought about this ahead of time, I probably would have pre-cooked my onion. But I didn't. It was an impromptu plan. Right, Alex loves pineapple and onion on her margarita pizza. So that's what I'm making for her. It's her choice, so that's what we're having. And I'm just gonna grab the pizza sauce. I can't find the pizza sauce, so I'm gonna try and use this instead and hope that it's not too wet. If it is, I'll add in some, what's it called? The tomato paste stuff. Now, I didn't want to buy pizza dough because it's not really something I use, so I'm using a vegan naan bread. As I said, I'm literally making this up as I go along. Trying to look for some thin bits of onion because it will cook easier because they're not pre-cooked. This is what I was talking about, tomato puree. I'm not going to cook all of this tonight. I'm just going, because I've only got an air fryer because my oven is broken. To make my life easier, I'm going to tip some of this very wet. I guess if this is a disaster, you won't see it because I won't put it up. Well, maybe I will, so you can see that even though I'm becoming quite good at certain things, I'm not perfect. Right. Next, I want some cheese. It's vegan cheese. Yeah. I don't normally eat this because it's literally just coconut oil, but Sheen, this is eating pizza, so. Oh, that's telling me that my apples are cooked. I have no idea how much cheese that you're supposed to put on a pizza. But I've got enough to make another one of these, so I might do that and meal prep. Right, I'm just put some onion on. Red onion is sweeter, so I'm hoping that if it doesn't cook all the way through, it won't be too sharp. Okay, and then pineapple. She loves pineapple, so I'm going to put as much on as I can.
This is so yummy, I can't wait.
There you are. Do you want more pineapple?
Yeah, a little bit. Like half of one. Can't believe you let me eat pizza.
There we go. Right, that is not going to fit in that air fryer, so I'm going to cut it in half somehow. Now, I don't have a pizza cutter. Not sure what to do. Maybe I can cut it on the chopping board if I get rid of some of the onions. You can freeze onions, but you have to blanch them first, so you have to cook them off slightly. Don't freeze them raw, the texture goes weird. I just kind of like half fry them, like, what's the word? Half saute them and then put them in the freezer. But all my frying pans are in the dishwasher at the moment because I just made my husband dinner before he went out to his gig. Right, I'm just going to turn this over so I get a dry side. I'll wash down the kitchen later. I'm literally just doing whatever is easiest for me and trying not to be perfectionistic about anything, because that's what gets in the way of me doing things for myself, is that if I can't do them perfect, I just don't do them at all, which is sad really, because it robs me of things that I enjoy, or it used to, not so much anymore. Right, I'm gonna cut her 2 big chunks of pizza, and she can have salad with it, and I'm gonna give her a falafel salad because there's no protein in this really. Like if you were eating regular cheese, you'd have protein in the cheese, but this is pretty much just fat. So I have no idea how long to cook this for, so I'm just gonna guess and see how it goes. So bread, I normally do 145 in my air fryer, so that's what we're gonna start with for 4 minutes and see how we go. If I was making this for myself, I would probably put black beans or chickpeas or something on it. Okay, so I only actually managed to get 1 slice of pizza in the air fryer, which is fine, because she can have that in her salad, and then if we're still hungry afterwards, she could cook herself another slice. And then these ones I'm going to bag up and put in the freezer. I think it would be much easier to cook this in an oven than not in an air fryer, but that's all I've got. Okay, and then we'll move on to making the fillings. When I am off camera, I will put into my meal plan using up these items that I've opened. So I'm going to make a vegan sausage casserole, probably with this and finishing up the tomato puree. And I'm going to make another pizza and I'll use the onions up. I'm not going to go crazy and make her loads of fillings.
Why?
Because I don't want you to eat them all. This is not stuff that I would normally eat at all. So it's a bit of a treat for her.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so hungry.
Right, because I'm vegan, I can't use egg. So I'm going to wash my pastry in soya milk and I'm going to use that to seal it as well. So these are the apples that I'm going to put inside. So I reckon I'm going to make 2 little parcels. I'd rather have extra pastry. And it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. That's probably enough. Cooking when you've got brain fog, it's really hard, especially when you're not making something that you already know how to make. It's quite difficult. Right, I'm just using the moisture as a sealant and I'm just going to be really boring and do squares. If you want, you can use little tins. I'm just pinching around the edges. Probably got a bit too much pastry, but it doesn't matter. I'd rather have that than not enough and it explodes. So I'm just going to do that again. That just stops them exploding. It says cook on 180 for 25 minutes. So in my in the air fryer, that's going to be about 145, and let's do 20 minutes and see how we go. And I'm going to make myself a salad because that's what I feel like. So this is my salad. Just going to pop some in here. Oh, I could have put that on my pizza. I might have put that on the other slices. I'm running out of space. This is my favourite falafel at the moment. I get it from Aldi. And Alex doesn't like eating it whole, so I crunch it up for her. This is just so that we get some protein, because there's nothing in the pizza. I'm using my watch to set a timer so I can turn the pastry over in a minute. Add a little bit of hummus. Favourite vegan salad cream. Oops, I did a bit too much. I couldn't see. Oh well. And then that's dinner done. So then we'll move on to whatever she wants to do next, which is probably Lego, knowing her.
We got our favourite snuggly blankets and we're gonna watch our favourite TV shows. And then we're gonna make the Wednesday Legos.
So I hope you enjoyed Alex and I's play date, and maybe you can consider doing this with your littles. And if no one told you today, you are loved.